Hey everyone, welcome back to Real English Bites. And welcome to day 16 of our 30-day Real English Challenge. Today, we're talking about something we all deal with: complaints. Whether you're the customer or the employee, you're going to learn how native speakers actually handle these conversations. Let's jump in.
And don't worry, this isn't going to sound like a textbook. These are real expressions you'll hear in coffee shops, hotels, stores, and customer service calls every day.
All right, imagine this. You order an iced latte, but the barista hands you a hot one. What happens next?
The first thing a good employee usually does isn't offering a solution. It's showing empathy. Here's a great expression. I can see why that's frustrating.
Hey, I actually ordered this iced.
Oh, I can see why that's frustrating. Let's fix that for you.
Notice that? Emma didn't just say sorry. She showed she understood the customer's feelings. That's why this sounds much warmer. Repeat after us. I can see why that's frustrating. One more time. I can see why that's frustrating. Here's another one you'll hear all the time, especially in restaurants or customer support.
Thanks for letting us know. You're thanking the customer for telling you about the problem instead of staying silent.
Hey, my order is missing the fries.
Thanks for letting us know. We'll take care of it right away.
That's a phrase you'll hear everywhere. Hotels, restaurants, airlines, even tech support.
Let's say it together. Thanks for letting us know. Again, thanks for letting us know.
Okay, now imagine you're the employee. You know there's a problem, but you don't know the details yet.
A really natural question is, walk me through what happened. You're basically saying, tell me the whole story, from the beginning.
My package arrived damaged.
I'm sorry to hear that. Could you walk me through what happened?
That's much more natural than asking, what happened? It invites the other person to explain everything, step by step.
Let's finish this part with a quick review. Today, you learned 3 expressions that native speakers use all the time. I can see why that's frustrating. Thanks for letting us know. And walk me through what happened. Try using them this week. In the next part, we'll learn how native speakers take responsibility and offer real solutions without sounding robotic.
All right. You've listened to the customer. Now comes the important part. How do you respond without sounding like a robot?
A really natural expression is, let's see what we can do. You're not making a promise yet, but you're showing that you're ready to help.
My internet has been down since this morning.
I'm sorry about that. Let's see what we can do.
Okay. Now let's switch sides. So far, we've looked at what the employee might say. But what if you're the customer? How do you complain without sounding rude?
Native speakers usually don't start with, "This is bad." Instead, they soften it. A really common way is, "I'm a little disappointed." It's honest, but still polite.
Hey, I'm a little disappointed. I was expecting this to arrive yesterday.
You'll hear this when people want to complain without sounding angry. Let's repeat it. I'm a little disappointed.
Sometimes
The product isn't terrible. It's just not what you expected.
Then you'll hear, "This isn't what I expected." Simple, natural, and extremely common.
This isn't what I expected. The pictures online looked completely different.
Repeat after us. This isn't what I expected.
Now, imagine. Something feels off, but you're not exactly sure what's wrong.
Instead of making a strong accusation, many native speakers simply say, "Something doesn't seem right." It's a soft way to point out a problem.
Sorry. Something doesn't seem right. I think I've been charged twice.
Let's say it together. Something doesn't seem right.
Here's another one, and you'll hear it in stores, restaurants, and hotels.
I was hoping for... This is a really polite way to say, I wanted something different.
I was hoping for a quieter room, if that's possible.
Great job! Let's quickly review. I'm a little disappointed. This isn't what I expected. Something doesn't seem right. I was hoping for. Notice how none of these sound aggressive. They're polite, professional, and exactly how many native speakers complain in real life. In the last part, we'll learn how to ask for a solution, follow up naturally, and even ask to speak to a manager without sounding rude.
All right. You've explained the problem. Now what? How do you ask for help without sounding demanding?
A really natural question is there anything you can do? You're not telling the other person what to do. You're inviting them to offer a solution.
I know this isn't your fault, but is there anything you can do?
Repeat after us. Is there anything you can do? Nice and natural.
Sometimes you just want to understand what's happening, not argue. Just understand.
That's when you'll hear, "Could you explain what's going on?" It's calm, polite, and much better than saying, "What's going on?"
Could you explain what's going on? I haven't received any updates.
Let's repeat it. Could you explain what's going on? Again. Could you explain what's going on?
Okay. Maybe they offer you one solution, but you have another idea. How do you ask politely?
Try this. Would it be possible to? For example, would it be possible to exchange it? Or would it be possible to get a refund? It sounds respectful, not demanding.
Would it be possible to get a replacement instead?
Say it with us. Would it be possible to? Excellent.
Now, imagine. You've been polite, you've been patient, but nothing is getting solved.
Sometimes it's perfectly okay to say, "I'd like to speak to a manager." Notice, you're not demanding. You're simply asking.
I appreciate your help. I'd like to speak to a manager, if that's okay.
Repeat after us. I'd like to speak to a manager. Again, I'd like to speak to a manager.
One last tip. Native speakers often stay calm, even when they're unhappy. Being polite usually gets better results.
Exactly. You don't need to sound angry to sound confident. A calm voice, clear words, and natural expressions go a long way.
So today, if I had to complain, I'd probably say, I'm a little disappointed. This isn't what I expected.
Could you explain what's going on? Would it be possible to get a replacement? See? Firm, but still polite.
Fantastic job. Today, you learned how native speakers complain politely and confidently. Instead of sounding aggressive or overly formal, you learned expressions like, I can see why that's frustrating. I'm a little disappointed. This isn't what I expected. Something doesn't seem right. I was hoping for. Is there anything you can do? Could you explain what's going on? Would it be possible to? And I'd like to speak to a manager. Here's your challenge. The next time you watch a movie, a TV show, or a YouTube video in English, listen for these expressions. You'll be surprised how often native speakers use them. Thanks for joining us on Real English Bites. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep it real. Bye, everyone.